of the mankind. To avail this blessing, contact 04365 263 446 or 9486 96 9115.
This is the free counseling center. Here, anyone in distress or mental worries can meet a counselor.
What we see now is the meditation center where one can enter into the presence of Lord through concentrated prayers and deep reflection, through which we can get freedom from illusion, deception, inordinate affection and attachment, received the inner freedom.
This is the place where confessions are heard in different languages for the benefit of people speaking different languages. It is the place where God assures His forgiveness through the priest to the penitents.
What we see now is the scene of baptism of the Lord. Baptism is for the forgiveness of sins, but Jesus did not commit any sin. Then why did He get the baptism? Because He wanted to associate Himself with all of us sinners by taking upon Himself our sins and doing reparation for them.
In the divine-human interaction, God spoke to our forefathers in different ways and at different times, say, through the burning bush to Moses, through the gentle breeze to Elijah, and so on. Now also He speaks to us, but in what ways? One of the ways He is speaking to us is what you are going to see in this exhibition, in a manner that is simple and clear.
The museum, situated right in front of the shrine, is a place which needs a very special mention. This is the place where the devotees express their gratitude in form of thanksgiving letters and gifts to their Almighty, the Mother, who has answered their petition and prayers.
It's our human culture to thank a person for the help received from him and praise him for the kindness shown to us in words and deeds. The museum thus stands as a living expression of such culture of remembering the favors received through our mothers and thanking her for her motherly concern. The letters are not written with mere ink that will fade away in due course of time. They express the deep inner sentiments of a heart that is touched and moved by the real concern of mother for the devotee and interceding on his behalf with His Son Jesus.
It supplies for sale such books that help us to grow spiritually and in holiness. Books like Bible, Lives of Saints and other Christian literature encouraging piety and growth in spiritual welfare.
It supplies statues, rosaries, medals and other religious articles including audio and video cassettes containing religious hymns and songs. The Shrine Basilica had telecasted more than 13 serials about the miraculous events that happened at Vailankanni. Those 13 serials are dubbed into VCTs and are displayed for sale. It is also for your kind information that prominent artists participated in TV shows. It is the residence of the priests who are there for serving the needs of the Shrine Basilica.
The registering counter. It is where the accommodation for the visiting pilgrims are booked. It is situated opposite to the bus stand maintained by the major panchayat. All bookings for accommodation in the pilgrim quarters belonging to the Shrine Basilica are done here. Rooms with modern amenities are provided for the convenience of the pilgrims.
The canteen. The canteen is maintained by the Shrine Basilica for the benefit of devotees.
To induce the spiritual fervor and welfare in the devotees, Shrine Basilica has taken steps in setting up the center called Dhyana Illam, a retreat center for meditation and prayer, and another center called Arogya Niketan, a center for Mariology.
What you are now seeing is the retreat center that are conducive for long hours of prayers and in deep meditation. This center is self-contained in the sense that it has residential accommodation, a kitchen to provide meals, etc. It has other spiritual facilities, say to officiate the holy sacrifice of the Mass and other paraliturgical services within the center itself, in consultation with the director of the retreat center. Contact 04 365 263 444.
We are now having a glimpse of the Arogya Niketan, commonly called the Center of Mariology. The center offers a regular study course from the beginning of July up to the end of March every year. For those who are interested to have an in-depth knowledge of theological perspective on the life of Mother Mary and her role in God's saving plan.
The home for the aged. Now we are having a look at the home for the aged, run by Shrine Basilica.
Shrine Basilica is blessed with the presence of religious sisters of different congregations, but they all work with a single-minded devotion in serving the various needs of Shrine Basilica.
We now see the residence that accommodates the Sister of Congregation of Bon Secourses. They prepare the candles needed for the offerings by the pilgrims. They prepare the host needed for the celebration of Holy Mass, besides running a hostel for girls where they can stay and pursue their studies. We now move on to the residence of the Sister of Congregation of Immaculate Conception of Mary. They look after the sales depot near the Mata Kulam. They also form a part of the Basilica choir. Now we are moving to the center where the Sisters of Missionaries of Charity found by Mother Teresa are looking after the sick people between age of 3 and 75, and most of the patients are mentally retarded. This is one of the great humanitarian services done to the least in our society by the sisters under the patronage of Shrine Basilica.
Mercy Home. The Shrine Basilica stands as a living testimony to the miraculous cure that happened to the boy born lame centuries ago. Fondly remembering the same event, the Shrine Basilica has put up as a center popularly called as the Mercy Home, wherein the physically handicapped children such as the lame and the deaf are taken care of. They are put up in a hostel and are helped to complete their higher school studies. About 600 children are benefiting out of this scheme, so much so that the children begin to think less and less of their physical deformity, but learn to live more and more happily and purposefully.
They are known as the daughters of Mary Immaculate, living in this residence and looking after the day-to-day affairs of Retreat Center. They are also taking care of Marian Book Depot, besides being in charge of young girls who are put up in the Agnes Home for serving the various needs of Shrine Basilica.
Sisters of Saint Anne Luzerne. The sisters belonging to the congregation of Saint Anne of Luzerne are giving training to girls in the areas of tailoring and flower arrangements besides computer coaching. They also look after the midday meal scheme for the street children.
The Sisters of the Most Holy Trinity are looking after the counseling center and form a part of the Basilica choir.
Saint Arogya Mata Health Center serves the immediate medical needs of the pilgrims specially and the public at large.
The Arogya Mata Higher Secondary School is what we are seeing now. It belongs to the management of the Shrine Basilica.
Don Bosco Students Hostel. It is situated within the Arogya Mata Higher Secondary School campus, and more than 100 students are staying here pursuing their studies.
The Arogya Mata Primary School is what we are seeing now.
The Infant Jesus Balwadi and Nursery School comes next in the list.
The Holy Family Community Hall.
At Vailankanni, there is the Arogya Mata Charitable and Educational Trust, registered as per the government rules, rendering educational, medical and charitable services to the public at large, especially to the poor and the neglected. Those who wish to render contributions to this registered trust may contact the rector of the Shrine Basilica. Now, you can see a caravan of barefoot pilgrims coming from different parts of Tamil Nadu and other states to seek the protection of the Mother and thank her for all the grace and favors given to them from the God through her. After paying due respects and gratitude to the Mother, devotees carry the statue of the Mother in a small car in a procession till Shrine Basilica, where they offer their petitions of thanksgiving.
Just as the baby Jesus was offered to God in the temple, so also the parents who received favors through the intercession of a mother are now offering the children to God. One such practice is known as the shaving of the head. It is the head that usually adorns the head. Hence, once the head is shaven, it loses its identity and beauty.
It is the practice of the Catholic Christians to offer a Mass, either for obtaining favors or as an act of thanksgiving for the favors received. Accordingly, we see here people register their names for offering Mass intentions.
The pilgrims use blessed oil in faith and get cured.
We see now the coconut saplings. The uniqueness of the coconut is that it offers itself totally, all of its parts and the growth process.